Let's be honest, in a world that feels a little unpredictable, relying on a single paycheck can feel less like a safety net and more like you're walking a tightrope. So today, we're going to ditch that tightrope and start building a fortress. We're going to lay out the exact blueprint for building real financial security, one income stream at a time. So let me ask you a direct question. Is your income really secure? I mean, if your main source of money just disappeared tomorrow, what would actually happen? It's a tough thought, I know, but it's one we have to face. And hey, if that last question made you feel a little uneasy, you are definitely not alone. Just look at this data. A whopping 73% of adults in the US are relying on a single stream of income. Only about a quarter of people have diversified. Now, this isn't about judgment, it's about seeing the huge opportunity that's right in front of us. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the why this is so important right now. Then we'll get into the how, a clear 5-step roadmap. We'll look at what this all looks like in practice, cover the traps you need to avoid, and then wrap up by looking at what's on the horizon. A clear path from start to finish. Okay, section 1. Let's talk about the new reality of financial fragility. You know, the rules of the game have definitely changed, and betting your entire financial well-being on one job is just a much riskier move than it used to be. Now, these two numbers tell such a crucial story. The average person with a side hustle brings in almost $900 a month, which sounds amazing. But the median, the person right in the statistical middle, earns about $200. That massive gap, that's the difference between kinda dabbling and having a focused, consistent effort. Closing that gap is where the real opportunity is. And this quote just nails the whole idea. Multiple streams of income aren't just about making a little extra cash on the side. They're about breaking free from being dependent on a single paycheck, building a real shield of security, and hitting the accelerator on your journey to financial independence. All right, let's jump into section 2. This is the heart of it all, your 5-step financial roadmap. This is the actionable plan, the playbook that's going to take you from where you are right now to where you really want to be. And here it is, the whole thing in one shot. We start by building a strong foundation. Then we add cash flow. We turn that cash flow into actual wealth. Then we start layering in those more passive streams. And finally, we optimize the entire system. So let's break it down. First things first, you cannot build a fortress on shaky ground. Step 1 is all about creating stability. This means in the first few months, your entire focus is on building an emergency fund, at least 1 to 3 months of expenses, and wiping out high-interest debt. That kind of debt is like an anti-asset. It's actively working against you every single month. And where you keep that emergency fund? Oh, it matters a lot. A typical savings account pays you a measly 0.62%, but a high-yield savings account, we're talking 4 to 5%. That's literally free money that your safety net is earning for you just for being in the right place. It's a total no-brainer. Okay, with a stable base locked in, it's time for step 2, adding an active income stream. This is all about trading your time and your skills directly for money. It's the absolute fastest way to increase your monthly cash flow and give yourself a surplus to start working with. And the options here are endless. You could start freelancing in a skill you already have. You could use gig apps for total flexibility, maybe become an online tutor, or even just offer a service in your local community. The key is to pick one, just one, and focus on it. This leads us to the next evolution in our plan. After you've boosted your active income, you can start building assets. And that brings us to the idea of semi-passive income. It's not a myth, but it's not magic either. It's simply about putting in the work up front to create something that can earn money for you down the line while you're focused on other things. So what does this actually look like? Well, think digital products. Creating templates or printables for an Etsy shop, building a small, valuable mini course, or creating content like a blog or a YouTube channel where you can earn money through affiliate links. You build it once and it can sell over and over and over. So let's pull all these pieces together in section 3. How do you actually go from a beginner to a true builder of a financial fortress? Let's visualize what that journey actually looks like. This table just lays it out perfectly. In year 1, stage 1, you're all about stabilization. Your main job, a high-yield savings account, and one active side hustle targeting a few $100 a month. Then, in the builder stage, years 1 to 3, you add automatic investing into things like index funds, and you launch your first digital product. By stage 3, you're scaling. You have a more diversified investment portfolio and multiple digital streams all working for you. You can see it, right? It's a logical, powerful progression. Now for section 4. This journey isn't without its challenges, so let's talk about the common traps that can completely derail your progress. Because being forewarned is being forearmed. The first and biggest pitfall is trying to do everything at once. So many aspiring side hustlers earn less than $50 a month simply because their effort is scattered all over the place. So the key takeaway is this: pick one thing, focus on it, make it work before you even think about adding something new to the mix. Next up, taxes. When you're self-employed, nobody's withholding taxes for you. It is 100% your responsibility. A really good rule of thumb is to set aside 20 to 30% of your profit. Do this from day one, and I promise you will avoid a very, very painful surprise down the road. And finally, burnout. Look, adding 10 or 20 hours of work to your week is tough. Without a clear why and a definite goal, it is so easy to get exhausted and just quit. Your mental and physical health are your most important assets. You gotta protect them. Okay, final section. Let's look to the future. Understanding the key trends on the horizon can give you a pretty significant advantage. So, what's next for your money? Here's what the landscape is shaping up to look like. First, digital niches are growing. This means creating specialized digital products for very specific audiences is becoming an even bigger opportunity. Second, the gig economy is stabilizing. Fewer people are participating, which means less competition for those who stick with it, but it's also a stark warning that burnout is real. And third, higher interest rates are continuing to reward savers, making those high-yield savings accounts and dividend investments really attractive ways to make your money work harder for you. We've covered the why, the how, and the what's next. We've laid out the entire roadmap. So now the only question left is the one right here on the screen, and it's the most important one of all. Forget about the whole fortress for a moment. What is the very first brick you are going to lay? What will your first step be?